Hi everyone, this is Bev here, and it's video time. I know it's been kind of getting on for 2 weeks, I think, something like that. I think most people that have not been as frequent, it's like a 2 week gap now, but I'm doing one tonight, and actually this is the second go at this because for some reason I recorded a video and when I clicked stop, the whole program shut down and the video was nowhere to be seen. Because I'm doing this through the photo booth on my computer rather than my phone. So here we go, take two. So I hope everybody's well and enjoying their music. And well, we know what time of year it's coming up to, chaos time. But getting on to the good stuff, I came home today to receive some goodies in the post, and I picked up, I got a couple of records last week from eBay. Yeah, they were both from eBay. One was a really cheap price, the other one was a very good price, and it was a Grail. So I'm well chuffed with this one, so we'll get started on. Today I received 2 CDs, both from eBay sellers, and as it happens, both excellently priced. This one I've been wanting to get a hold of for ages, and it's a Japanese pressing as well, and it was brilliant because it was from a UK seller. And it's Pretty Maids. It's their 4th album, and it's titled Sin Decade. You can barely make out the title there. Sin Decade, Pretty Maids. This came out in 1992. This is their next album after Jump the Gun. Japanese pressing, wonderful condition. Obviously the guy's got the original OBI strip, which even has the discography of the band up to that point. Starting off with their EP, then their first 3 albums, which I've got, and then between Jump the Gun and this album, they must have released something that's titled In Santa's Claus, so I'm guessing it must have been some kind of Christmas compilation thing. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's obviously to do with Christmas given the title, so I may have a look at that at some point and see what it's all about, especially at this time of year would be handy. But yeah, so I was thrilled to get this a really decent price, because I have seen it, but it's kind of been always in the high teens price wise, and I didn't really want to pay that, but this was under a tenner, over a £5 and under a tenner for a Japanese press, and so I put in a bid, and thank God I won it, so I was very chuffed with that. And the CD itself is in super condition. It's Epic / Sony Records, and the booklet, I have had a look at it, which is also in great condition. And as typical, because I'm doing a video right now, I can't get it out. It's just there we are. So yeah, the booklet, it basically has, that's the track listing there, and it's got it in English, and underneath you've got the Japanese writing. You also have the song lyrics. There they are in English, but you also have them in Japanese, of course. There they are there. And interestingly, the last song on this album, which is called Please Don't Leave Me, is written by John Sykes and Phil Lynott. This is obviously a cover. So really thrilled with Pretty Maids, one of the bands that I really enjoy, so again I hope to, my goal is to collect pretty much all of their stuff that I can get a hold of, same as Running Wild. And the other CD I got from an eBay seller, this was going really cheap, so I was thrilled to get it. This is Bonfire's second album, Point Blank. It's quite a dark cover, but the title's there. And yeah, there's glare. But what's interesting about this album is there's actually 17 tracks on it, which, you know, for an album is pretty amazing, I would say. So you seem to get good value on this by the looks of things. So I've not heard all the songs off of here, so I'm really quite looking forward to this. This came out in 1989, and I think this is their second album. So, and again, the CD is in wonderful condition, and it's MSA Records, so Bonfire Point Blank. Another record I got from vinyl record I picked up on eBay as well, since I just shown Bonfire there, was this. I saw this 12-inch at a really cheap price, just a couple of £. So I thought, why not just get out there and jump on it. It looks in great condition, and yet so it's the 12-inch single of the song Hard On Me. And it actually says on the back, from the forthcoming album Point Blank. So this is 1989, and it's obviously pre-released just before the album. You get 4 tracks in total. On side A you've got Hard On Me and Freedom Is My Belief, and on B side you have You're Back and Ready For Reaction. Now, Ready For Reaction's from the Fireworks album, which I think is their debut, which I don't have and I'm after. So yeah, and it's in lovely condition. The cover's great, the record's even better, and it's also on MSA Records. Lovely stuff. So some great rocking tracks, because Bonfire is another band that I'm really getting into. Never really had much of a chance back in the day. I don't know why, they kind of just didn't. I knew they were around, but for some reason, why can't I get this in here? For some reason, I just never kind of got into them at the time. That's better. So that was that, and the other vinyl, which I'll just show you, that I got off eBay as well. This is the Grail, and it, as I say, I was delighted to get this. I've been keeping an eye out for it appearing anywhere. Excuse me, I've got a cup of tea. And there was a copy on eBay, and it was from a seller in Europe, and he had this priced at, buy it now, for £47.99 or something, and I really didn't want to pay that much money for it. I was expecting to pay a few pounds, but not really. £50 wasn't really the region I was looking for. So I was just watching it, but I wasn't going to bid on that unless he dropped his price considerably. But one day I searched again, and another one came up. UK seller, £15 was his starting bid, so I put in a bid, and amazingly I won the auction. Nobody else bid on it, and I was thrilled. And it's in, I don't know, excellent plus. It's in near mint condition, and this is my Grail. And it's Pretty Maids. It's their original pressing EP. This was released in 1983, before their debut album Red Hot and Heavy. And it is the original pressing, because there is a second pressing that came out via CBS Records when they signed a deal with them. They repressed the EP, and it has a different cover altogether. It's much different to this one. But this is the original from '83, and at this point the band has 6 members. And I've just noticed when I was looking through the booklet of this earlier, they were down to 4 members. So obviously over the course of time, a couple of folk have left at this point. But I think they had a guest musician on the CD doing keyboards, etc. So I think they went down to 5 members after Red Hot and Heavy. But this, I've been wanting to get my hands on it, and I've now got it, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's got 6 great tracks on it. Early, original Pretty Maids, I guess. It just came in the plain inner sleeve, but the inner was actually poly-lined as well, so it's absolutely thrilled to bits for that. It's records made in France, and the original pressing of the EP is on Bullet Records. So that's side 2 there, and there's side 1, and as I say, it's in lovely condition. There's a couple of surface marks, but it's been really well looked after. And you know, even this is in amazing condition. So I was absolutely thrilled just to grab this for £15. And yes, I highly recommend it. So that's Pretty Maids' self-titled EP from '83. Now, the other stuff that I've got, which came today, I had a voucher from, I'll start at the beginning. I ordered some stuff for Nuclear Blast a few months back, and they sent me a voucher for €10 off your next order, and it had to be used by the 30th of November, so I went on the website and had a browse. There's about a million things I could have ordered. Eventually came to a decision. So I ordered, you had to spend about £30 at least for the voucher to kick in. So I ordered 2 vinyl albums of a band that I have never owned anything from before. I've been aware of them for years, never really took the time to listen to them or get into them at all, but you know, obviously I am aware they were around, and they came out of the new wave of British heavy metal. So I decided to pick 2 of their albums. Just, I wasn't sure, I'll just bring one up at a time. I wasn't sure what albums to go for, where to start with this band either. So many people in the VC have spoken highly of them, so I just kind of was looking, and they've reissued their back catalogue, and they're on coloured vinyl, and these 2 kind of struck me a bit because a little bit different to the normal. So the first one I picked was, I selected Destiny from Saxon. I hummed and hawed about whether I could have got the CDs versions, because they come out in like a media book, so they had them as well, and you get kind of extra tracks, bonus tracks and stuff. But I thought, no, I like the vinyl. It's highly unusual, the colour, it's a bit different, and you know, vinyl's vinyl. So I know Darcy at 6 Strings 9 Lives has recently shown some of these, because he's a huge Saxon fan. So Darcy, this is me now finally getting around to checking out some Saxon seriously. Now, Destiny, I believe, is from 1988, so this is kind of late 80s, mid to late 80s Saxon, and it's on a kind of a browny, goldy, creamy 2-tone, half and half vinyl, so you know, I think that's the right way up for the customised label there. And that's actually side 1. In fact, that's the right way up. I think that's side 1. And side 2 has the track listing and the band logo. So yes, that is Destiny from Saxon. And I'm looking forward to finding out how they sound. I know there's a whole plethora of albums to pick and choose from there. And the other Saxon album I went for as well, I opted for, was it Innocence Is No Excuse? Again, this is mid-80s, this apparently was 1985, this one. And that's the back cover there. This one is actually a gatefold. So, nice picture of the band and obviously your lyrics, etc. And this one's supposed to be, it comes on a swirl type coloured vinyl. Nice images of, I think that must be single releases from back in the day that make up the cover, the picture sleeve of the inner. And yeah, so here is the, that's the right way up I think, it's a kind of a yellowy, greeny, swirly mix here, that's that side. The other side you've got more of the yellow and, well, not much of a swirl going on really, but again, I'm just really quite chuffed to have a couple of these interesting vinyls. Coloured vinyl in general doesn't overly wow me. I really don't mind whether I have a black vinyl or a coloured vinyl or what, to be honest. It just now and again, it's kind of a novelty just to have a coloured vinyl, and because these colours were a little bit different to the usual red, blue, I kind of thought I'll just go for them. So yeah, so that's Innocence Is No Excuse and Destiny. I now have my hands on some Saxon and looking forward to that. And while I was looking at these albums on Nuclear Blast, I spotted another band that I am interested in getting more familiar with, and they had a batch of their CDs for €5. So I threw into the basket 3 of them, and I'm looking forward to these as well. Many of you will know them, Accept, and this is Restless and Wild. And I think this is a 2000 reissue, I think, from an original 1982. Originally this album came out. So, and I also picked up Balls to the Wall, which is a remastered edition from 2002. Originally this was released in 1983, I believe. This one has bonus tracks which are Up to the Limit and Head Over Heels, both live versions. So yeah, chuffed with that. And the third I picked up again is another remastered edition from 2002 of Metal Heart. I've heard a lot of praise and recommendations for these two, so I'm hoping to be impressed. And this one came out initially in 1985. So yeah, I thought for €5, yeah, I'll just have a small dose more of that. So that's basically how it is at the moment. That's my latest updates, and hope you're all well. And I'm gonna wait and listen to some cool stuff because I'm really chuffed with all my goodies. And I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye just now.